What's up, guys? We are on this episode of Behind the Shine, and today I have a special guest with me, two actually. But this is Miss Ava. She is a makeup artist on our team, and also she's doing retouching for SHINEon now. So
Sure am.
she's the newest member to the team, and so we are gonna have a little chit chat about some industry things, some studio things, and all around Ava's interesting life, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay,
It
so
sure is interesting.
it's definitely it's always interesting. Let's start by telling everybody a little bit about your background and what you do full time and what you do here.
So my background is fully in visual arts, so painting, drawing, all that good stuff. And I started doing makeup photography when I was in high school. And from there, after I graduated, 2020, COVID year, I was like having no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I was going to go to college and like do graphic design stuff. And it just like, I never could register for my classes. Like, there was always these obstacles. Like, I didn't have internet, or like they wouldn't call me back. Like, I was trying to register, and
What?
like the school literally would not, like, they wouldn't do it. So I was like, okay, I guess like God does not want me to go to college. So I started just like making TikTok videos and taking clients, like whoever wanted to book with me, just like whoever, randoms, just by posting on Instagram. And my social started growing, and through there, you found me. Oh, no, you didn't find me on Instagram,
No.
but we connected initially through Instagram. Yeah, ever
How
since.
did I find you?
So, okay, it's like a domino effect. So I moved into these apartments randomly. I wasn't gonna live there. It was like the ones on navigation. It was literally like on a whim. I was doing makeup downstairs in the offices that they had, and one of my neighbors was like walking past me one day and was like, she stopped and she came into the room that I was working in. She's like, I need your like contact information. Like, I need you to do my makeup. So I was like, okay. So through her, I started working with her a lot. She introduced me to so many people. So I did her nail tech's makeup, who does your nails. And through there,
I was sitting in her chair and I said, I'm just struggling, like I'm looking to add new people to the team, but it has to be someone super specific. And she's like, "Well, what are you looking for?" So I started telling her like, "Well, I mean, they have to be a bomb makeup artist, but more importantly, they have to have like a really great personality." And she was like, "I think I've got the girl for you." And I was like, "Well, show me your page." So she literally pulled your page up while I was getting my nails done. Like, look at this. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So
okay.
then I messaged you. I was like, "Hey, hi, I'm a stranger, but do you want to come
And
interview?"
okay, you know what? It was actually so scary though, because I remember when I first like was supposed to do my trial with y'all, as soon as I got here, my dad texted me saying that my uncle who I saw the day before had COVID. Like,
Oh,
do
that
you
is,
remember
I
that?
remember.
Like when
Yeah.
literally at
It was in the, yeah.
it was when I got here. It was like we scheduled it for 9 o'clock or something. I swear to God.
Yep.
It
And
was
I was
like,
like, but you were here. I probably would have been like, "Girl, you're done," because I don't deal with people being late or like blowing off, especially on your first
on the
interview.
first, I was
But she was here.
devastated.
I knew she was here, so I was like, "Okay, no, this is legit." Like it wasn't that you didn't show up or
mhm.
whatever, so we had to reschedule.
No, I was devastated. And it took a long time to reschedule because it was like a busy season for
Yeah.
y'all. And it was like every day that went by, I was like, oh my God,
I've ruined it.
I ruined it. It's the opportunity's
It's
gone.
over.
But no, it worked out.
It
And
did work out.
we set something else up, and it was so beautiful.
What were you thinking, like, as far as, obviously you came and you interviewed and you did wonderful. And I always just kind of think like, let's just throw them in and see how it works. Like,
Mhm.
obviously, I knew you were super talented, but I'm never going to be able to see how you interact with clients until I see you interact with clients.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, we'll just see what happens. And you do so well with clients, especially for as young as you are, and I think that surprises people.
Mhm.
What did you think it was going to be like compared to what you think the reality is of like what goes on here?
Honestly, I didn't really have any expectations before I went in. Um, Based on just like talking to you and Kendall like very briefly through like text beforehand, I was like, I got a general idea of y'all's vibe, and so I wasn't really like nervous because I was confident in my ability to like make conversation with y'all and like vibe, you know? And I think like that's what we did when I first came in. Like we just started talking and like it felt normal. It didn't
Mm-hmm.
feel like I was being interviewed or
Yeah.
like it was like it's just like, oh, I was here to do Kendall's makeup,
Just like a normal day of just doing someone's makeup.
yeah.
But I always try to have that be the case in here because when we are calm and act like it's our normal day
Mhm.
and it's not like overly escalated energy, then the client takes their energy down. Like that nervousness comes
Yeah, for
down.
sure.
Like we were talking about earlier, how busted we look when we come here sometimes.
No,
I'll just
yeah.
speak for myself.
Busted.
Like sometimes
Busted.
I just come with like minimal makeup and like we dress down, but it's for a purpose
Mhm.
because I want my clients to feel like comfortable. And don't you feel like if you had a full beat on and
Oh,
showed
for
up
sure.
that the clients would be like,
For sure. Because already I feel like sometimes my facial expression is just like unapproachable. Like just when I'm like resting, right? So like whenever I have makeup on, it just emphasizes it because I feel more like, oh my God, I feel more like snatched.
Yeah.
And I feel like that makes it worse. And then like I I already can't control my expression. So
my face does not
I just look like
a mean girl.
a mean girl, like, and I don't want that for a client. The more humble I am, like when I come in with my pimple patches on and like my baseball cap with my hair like not done at all, like I feel like I have the best client days that day.
I think too, that's when we're vulnerable, right? Like when
Yeah.
we don't have the whole facade on and like everything together. So it gives people a chance to be like, oh, okay. This isn't like super scary. They're normal. They're not like trying to be something that they're not.
Yeah.
We're allowing them to see us in our normal state.
No,
Right?
yeah.
Sasha?
She knows.
she,
She knows.
she was like, oh, maybe just a little bit of makeup.
Just a little bit. And yeah, I feel like a full glam can be really intimidating to someone who doesn't even wear makeup because
100%.
already I've noticed like, and this is why I really try and ask people every time like how much makeup they wear so I know how like shocked they're gonna be because and I tailor it to each client sometimes, but like there I know I'm gonna have to put a certain amount of makeup on that they're not gonna be used to, and that makes me feel bad because I know that they're not gonna be like super comfortable at first. But like I gotta do what I gotta do. Like I know how the lighting is in here. I know how they want their pictures to look. I know how you want the pictures to look. So it's like without that amount of makeup on their face, it's
We're not getting there.
We're
It's
not
just
getting
not
there.
getting there.
And they're not gonna be as happy as they think they're gonna be.
No.
Like they need that beat to get the full effect of like what they're paying for.
Yeah,
If that makes
there's
sense.
definitely a certain like level we have to get to. Otherwise, they're gonna look like blank faced. Once you put
Yeah.
full light on it and everything, it's like disappears.
Mm-hmm. And they don't understand
They
that
don't know.
sometimes. They
But
don't get
I
it.
mean, we always try to explain everything. Have you ever had a client freak out?
I can see sometimes people freak out internally.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think nobody here has
no one's
ever
ever like
freaked.
verbally like been like what the fuck, but like Wait, can I curse on here?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, is that like appropriate? Is that allowed?
Meanwhile, Lucas and I are talking about dick in a box, but you know.
What? Okay, we'll touch on that. We'll touch on that. But yeah, no one's ever like said anything, but I can tell, and it's always the people who are like, I never wear any makeup ever.
Yeah.
Like when they look in the mirror, sometimes I can see like oh my God.
A little bit of like shock.
No, yeah, we had a client the other day where she was like, it's very dramatic. But even before I like started her makeup, she was saying how she loves that. Like, but I knew that she didn't know that she, you know what I mean? There's a disconnect there. Like they like the dramatic look, but when they see it on themselves and they never do like dramatic makeup at all, it's like they don't think that, they don't know what they want. They don't know what they actually want.
They don't know what they want.
I didn't even use any like harsh anything, like
I
no black.
It was saying to her,
yeah, I was like,
I used only browns and light nudes. Like it's very natural.
I didn't do not one, like I didn't do liner. I just did a lash. I didn't do any black shadow. Yeah. Like it was so, but in her mind, that's, you know.
And most of our clients, I mean, I obviously want them to look like themselves. Mm-hmm. I don't want them to look at their photos and feel totally disconnected from them.
For sure.
That's weird to me. I've never done before and afters for clients to show like, this is what you look like after your photos and this is what you look like before, because I fucking hate it. I hate it because all it's saying is like, here's what you look like in your normal life, and that sucks.
Yeah.
But here's how good I can make you look. Mm-hmm. And that is garbage.
Yeah.
Like that is the most garbage message ever. Like, you look like shit in your normal day-to-day life, but I can make you look like a supermodel. I just want you to look like yourself, like the best version of yourself. Like, obviously, we're not all doing full glam every day, but if you are, I want it to look like you.
Yeah.
Just the best version of you.
And no one who's doing before and afters is, like, doing it for the client. That's a social media thing completely.
I hate that.
Because I'm going to be honest, when I first started doing makeup, like, when I first started, I was, like, literally 18 years old, so don't come for me. I would do before and afters, and I remember the day that I stopped doing them was because I posted a before and after on my story, and someone swiped up and was like, you did that bitch a favor. And from that day on, I was like, never again. Because,
never again.
Dude, like, it made me feel so bad. I'm like, this girl does not even, like, she did not sign up for this. Like, what is wrong with me? Dude, I felt bad about myself.
And the videos, I watched so many of the makeup tutorial videos and stuff on TikTok and Instagram where it, like, shows her transitioning from, like, no makeup to makeup. But a lot of times, they do makeup on the before part to make themselves look worse.
Yes, I've seen that.
Stop doing that.
Oh my God,
they make doing that.
It's like zombie makeup.
Yes,
like they
do put
it
like
crazy.
The dark circles underneath and stuff. And I'm like, girl, who are you? What? I look like that when I wake up. You don't need to be doing all that extra. I'm like, you're just out here making it worse for everybody.
I think it's funny when people do that.
I think
that's so funny though.
I mean, at least they're doing it to themselves so that when people like write hate comments, because you know they're getting so many super rude comments, that it's themselves and they're like, well, I actually made myself look worse. Okay, so speaking of social media, you've got a pretty substantial following on TikTok. What things do you see as far as like trending? What things do you love that are trending, and what things do you hate?
Do I hate? Okay, one thing I love right now, we'll do like a little sandwich moment. One thing that I love is like, I love how people are becoming more open to like different techniques or like ways of doing makeup. Because like, I think sometimes different eras, it's like one appreciated style of beat. But I feel like now everyone's getting a little love. Like my personal style, like when I do makeup on myself, I love like a natural like skin moment, like just like beautiful skin,
Fresh.
but like a really creative eye. Like I think that's really cool. And but like I also love like a full beat, like caked up, like
Yeah.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that. And I love how everyone kind of feels that sort of appreciation for like the different
Yeah.
styles, you know. But one thing I hate, I think like a big lash is so overdone now. I really do. And sometimes I really wish that I didn't even have to put a lash on some of our clients, but like I know I have to. But like something about a lash lately has just not been doing it for me.
Girl. Yeah.
No.
Even like
No.
obviously I wear false lashes sometimes, but we were this is so funny. We went to church the other day and my boyfriend always says he hates that like thick, it's the lash extensions that are like a block.
Oh yeah, those are
Those
bad.
it's
No one
a
looks
block.
better with those.
And so we're at church and this girl turns her head and like these lashes were like a whole visor on her eyeball. I was like, I don't even know how she can see right now. And he was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm gonna agree with that block lash situation happening.
Yeah, I don't love them. Honestly, it depends on who you are. If you're the type of person that can like really pull that off, then like
Who is that type of person though?
you have to be a very specific type of bitch. Like it cannot just be your everyday like
You have
girl.
to have some
No,
spread in there. Some lash spread.
Oh, for sure, like a wispy.
Yeah.
But like you have to really embody that type of person. I feel like you can tell when someone wants lashes like that, and I think that's great.
But does it do them any favors to their face, really?
Oh no, not to their face, but I think it definitely it adds to their persona. It's like a little like it's a persona thing. Like you have to be a very specific type of bitch to like really like because you can rock something, but it still not be the best thing for your face.
Right.
You know?
I mean, I guess fashion's like that too.
Yeah,
it's
like
not always the best thing for your body, but it's cute for the moment.
Yeah, like you can rock it. You know?
Sure.
It's something like that. But as far as like you looking like your best self, definitely
it's a definite no.
Definite no. Definite no.
Yeah, and sometimes if clients come and they have lashes like that, there's just nothing.
Nothing I can do personally.
No, we're just working with it.
We're working with it. And I think there's something beautiful about that because it's like that's them. That's the type of bitch that they are, and I think that's special. Sometimes it's special. Sometimes it's like you can tell that they like never get their lashes done, but they thought they should for something.
Right.
And they get them done, and then like you can tell when they're uncomfortable with the amount of lash that they have on.
Yeah.
And I think that's not a moment. Yeah, no. Trends that I love, back to something that I love. I've been loving a natural brow recently.
Or a no brow. We went through a no brow moment with you.
I was no brows for like
solid
almost a year.
It was a whole moment.
Like I went from bleach to shaving them off completely.
I think the funniest moment I had with you when you first started, you were like, I'm just so happy to be working here. You always like have a good attitude about everything, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And you were like, I hated my other job. I just wanted to bleach my eyebrows.
Dude, yes.
Like, what?
Because right before I started working with you guys, I was working at a restaurant. I was a hostess at like it wasn't fine dining, but it was a wannabe. They were wannabe fine dining. They were trying really hard. But I was like, I felt weird about doing anything to my face because like the type of people that would come in.
For sure.
So whenever I started, it wasn't when I started here, but it was when I started doing editing for y'all. The retouching is when I quit there because I was like, okay, I'm done with that. Yeah.
You were like, I'm free. I finally, they're going.
It was literally, I quit my job. I put my 2 weeks in. A week after I put my 2 weeks in, I went to New York for work for the first time. And when I was there, one of the hairstylists that I traveled with had like brought her bleaching materials, and I was like,
It's
bitch,
on.
put that shit on my face right now. Like, I'm jobless after this. Like, let's go. Like, I will be not unemployed, but like, I mean, like, I'm a contracted employee. I'm not like
Yeah.
employed. So in my head, I was like, I'm unemployed.
I'm
Bitch,
unemployed.
let's get these eyebrows off of my face right now. And that's exactly what I did.
But they're back now.
Oh, they're back. They're back with
They
a
look
vengeance.
perfect.
I know.
They're perfect.
That's why I'm saying I've really been into like just making them like perfect and natural and beautiful.
What is, as far as what goes on here, what is the hardest part of your job here?
The hardest part? Oh my god.
Say what you want to say.
I might have to say what I want to say. Ooh. Okay, I'll give a few things. I'll give a few different things, you know, just in case one of them's too contro.
One of them needs to get
One of them needs to get cut. But like, dude, whenever it's someone who like, some people just like don't have like an easy face to do makeup on, you know?
Yeah, but what does that mean?
And it's not even a bad thing because you don't have to be like a certain age or a certain like demographic of person to like have this issue, but like when you like your eyelids fold over, like it happens with like older women especially, like it becomes hard to get like a clean eye. You know what I mean? And I think another thing is when people have like watery eyes because they don't wear makeup or like they're not used to having like that sort of attention on your eye. It's like they get watery and then everyone's irritated and it's not a good.
What about personalities?
Personalities?
A big part of your job that people probably don't really understand is that when clients come, their first experience here at the studio, they come in, we greet them, we talk about outfits, give them a minute to kind of calm down for a second, and then I push them right into hair and makeup. Can I get you a glass of champagne? Ava's going to start with your hair and makeup. So you get to be pretty much their first interaction. Like, as we've had small talk at this point, but like you're going to get their undivided attention.
Yeah.
Has there been any situations like that that were maybe difficult or surprising or
for sure, like,
or the opposite, fulfilling, exciting, fun, wonderful?
Definitely. Like, I think the worst thing is like personality wise is when, because I can usually get along with everyone pretty well. Like,
it's shocking. It shocks me.
Even if we don't have as much conversation as I usually would, like I can always get a little something out of them or like have a moment of connection, you know, like
common ground somewhere.
We become friends. But I think when people know how old I am sometimes, either they're nicer to me, like really just like super sweet and like respectful, or like they kind of like judge me a little bit, undermine me, like they talk down to me almost.
Oh, well, you wouldn't understand that.
Or like they start talking over me or like kind of just like disregarding me. And I notice it's whenever like they find out or they kind of like get the vibe that I'm younger.
Do you think it's because they feel insecure about their age?
Oh, for sure. Or they have that mentality, like that high school mentality where it's like the older kids.
Seniors.
Like seniors versus freshmen. Like it's weird. And it's that same dynamic and it really just like triggers me almost. Cause I'm like, holy shit, I feel like I'm 14 again. Like,
right.
What is this mean girl behavior? Like at this point, we're both adults. Like
we're doing adult things here too.
Yeah, so, I'm like, this is a very mature environment. Like obviously if I was like some just random fucking kid, like I wouldn't be here. But like, bitch, I'm a grown woman. Like, just because I'm a young woman doesn't necessarily mean I'm not an adult or grown or like
absolutely
valid, you know?
I think that more often, and maybe you've felt that a couple times, but more often I see clients be totally shocked by your age because you
Mm-hmm.
do carry yourself so well, and like even though you're young and hip and dress cool and like have cool hair, like they can relate to you. I've
Yeah.
seen you have like really important like intense conversations with some of the clients that are
Those
like
are the best
60.
days.
I
Those are the
mean,
best days when I can really,
sometimes it's crazy.
yeah, like people will like start opening up to me about like the most insane shit that's like going on in their lives. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know how you feel comfortable telling this to me right now, but I'm so happy that we get to have this moment and like we get to connect. Or like even the other day, like I was talking to a client about her stepdaughter who she was like having a hard time connecting with, and me being, you know, closer to her stepdaughter's age. I mean, she's only 15, but like I was there not that long ago. So I get like a step parent dynamic. Like I understand
Yeah.
that. And I understand what it's like to be that age and like not want to talk to anyone and just like it. And I was explaining to her, like,
From the stepdaughter's perspective, like giving her a different
yeah,
perspective.
giving her a different perspective and like just really listening to the other side and like feeling her pain, because like I watched my parents go through that same thing with me. So it was like that was such a beautiful moment when I got to like talk to her about that, cuz like
And see, I didn't even realize that that had happened.
I know.
I heard bits of
Yeah.
it because I was going back and forth, but I kind of gave it space because I heard the conversation kind of happening
Mhm.
and I didn't want to hover.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys had like a very organic moment,
No, it
and
was really beautiful and I could tell that she like really appreciated it. And
yeah,
appreciated my perspective too, as I did hers. It
and
was so
yeah,
nice.
yes. I feel like it's funny too because sometimes most of our clients, wouldn't you say most, are parents?
Yes,
Yeah.
for
And
sure.
so we have all these like really candid parenting conversations, and you're always like, oh God,
No,
oh God.
it's so funny. It's every time. And it's like the nature of the conversation is pretty similar every time, but we always get a little deeper.
It
It
goes
always goes
further.
just a little deeper
It
every single
usually
time.
starts with like whatever the shit show was with my children that morning. There's always
Yeah.
something happening, and then the client always kind of bounces in with their own shit show of parenting.
Mhm.
And then Ava's always like, oh.
It's always just an exchange of shit shows until we get to the root of the issue. And then we start talking about like why our kids are fucked up, and then
Yes.
why, like, let's get to the whys. Like it turns into a
should
therapy
we
session
should
almost.
we take their cell phones and just throw them into the ocean, or like should TikTok just like burn into flames like
No. No.
Well, that is a wrap for this episode of Behind the Shine. We'll see you guys next time.